Hi, it's me again. I'm back out at the pond. Here's the pond behind me. And now we're going to talk a little bit about biodiversity. Okay, so hold on a sec. So here we go. Here's the pond. And let's talk about biodiversity. Biodiversity is a listing of all the species, all the biotic species that live on the pond. So what lives out here? Well, you see what lives right over there. We have some geese. I have some, see if I can zoom in on them for you. There's some goslings over there. Isn't that cool? So we have some geese on the pond. We have a great blue heron that lives on our pond from time to time. We have ducks that come out here and live out here. So a couple of people fishing out here. They don't live here, but they're here because of the pond. A swallow just flew by and is feeding on the pond. So we have all kinds of different species living out here. We have all kinds of bird species. We also have other kind of species. We have plants. We have a different variety of plants that live in and around the pond. Okay, here's another willow tree. Willows love water, so there's a lot of willows along the edge. These are all black willows. They are native to Illinois. Also on the pond, in the pond are some plants. And if we look down into the pond, you might be able to see some pondweed growing down in there. We have American pondweed here. We have some moss growing here. We have raccoon tail growing in here. Several different types of plants are living in the water itself that we don't see them. We have some blue flag iris planted over across the way. We have a shelf that has burreed and bulrush planted over there for the geese and the ducks to have a place to lay in and to hide in. So we have all kinds of plants. We also have insect species. We probably have 100 different insect species living in and around the pond. Okay, they are everything, there goes a dragonfly, everything from dragonflies to worms to water striders to insects that live in the water, to nymphs, to aphids, to worms, all kinds of things that live in and around the water here. There's the dragonflies again. We also have animals that live out here. We have muskrat that live out here. We've had a beaver go by. I have a tree that's beaver damaged. I think it was just a drive-by. They didn't stay. They stayed just long enough to ruin one of my trees. We also have a lot of bacteria living in the pond. Bacteria is alive, and there's a lot of different types of bacteria living in this pond. So when we're talking about biodiversity, we're talking about the number of plants, animals, insects, reptiles. There's turtles and frogs. There's also snakes that feed in the pond. So you might be able to see some snakes out here. Garter snakes eat fish. So garter snakes will come out into the pond too sometimes. So it's a really, really nice ecosystem we have out here. Berkey Pond covers about 13 acres. So it's really nice. We also have a ton of fish living in the pond. We've stocked the pond with 5 different species of fish, and we've had a couple others show up because people thought they were being helpful and threw some fish in my pond. That's not helpful. So that's happened as well. We also have some mammals that come down here. We have deer that stop by. We have coyotes and raccoons and fox that all live down here. Skunks live out here, and they all come because of the pond. They all use the pond as a water source. So we can see the number of biotic factors that rely on this pond probably numbers up around 200 to 300 different biotic factors that call this pond home. Now, biodiversity is important because the more things, the more species you have living on a pond, the healthier the pond is. If we only had one kind of fish and that fish got a disease and so they all died, we would not have any more fish in the pond. But with several different species of fish, it helps protect us so that if one type of fish dies off, we still have all the other types of fish here. So the stronger your ecosystem is, the more diverse it is, and the easier it is to fight off some kind of a invader that wants to come in and kill one of your species. So that's biodiversity on the pond. Ooh. Look, there's a bird just flew into that tree. That would be a female red-winged blackbird. He's probably telling me to leave because I'm probably close to her nest. Okay? Come on, sit by the pond. Have a good day. Bye.